afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Thank you all for being here today to stand with us as we honor Mr. DeVone Holt for his many years of service and dedication to our community. Mr. Holt was instrumental in realizing the vision of Goodwill Opportunity Campus in West Louisville. He serves as a beacon of hope in West Louisville and has been one of the strongest advocates for Goodwill since the very beginning stage of this project. Mr. Holt serves and efforts within this community and specifically in his hard work with the West Louisville Goodwill Opportunity Campus. I truly believe none of what we are standing in front of today would have been possible without the hard work and advocacy of Mr. DeVone Holt.
Yes.
Which is why when I was notified of Mr. Holt's leaving Goodwill, I worked with Councilman Arthur to ensure Mr. Goodwill, was properly recognized and honored. I am proud to know and have worked with Mr. Holt for the greater good of West Louisville. I wish Mr. Holt nothing but the absolute best in his every endeavor. I want to thank Mr. Holt for your hard dedication and work for West Louisville community. It speaks volume, and your efforts do not go unnoticed. I turned this corner many a day, and I seen a old factory.
Yeah.
For years. Mr. Holt was no stranger. Not only does he live in West Louisville, every day, effortlessly, I seen this man meet with people, sit at tables with people, advocate for Goodwill, and actually see this Goodwill opportunity come to fruition. It saddens me that he won't be here anymore. But he's down the street.
That's right.
But I'm also glad that the Muhammad Ali Center has access. Because he's truly going to be missed here. Just knowing I can turn this corner, because I turn it all the time. Who better deserves to be on the corner, whether he's here or not, but his name.
That's right.
So now, before I get emotional about this, I want to hand the mic over to my colleague, who also worked with DeVone Holt on making sure that they got everything that they needed from Metro Council collectively through his advocacy. We did everything that we kept saying, is that all you need, DeVone? How much more you need? Yeah. So us collectively came together and made sure that through DeVone's advocacy that this happened. And I want to be very clear. My words are very intentional when I say this. This Goodwill happened because of this man. I want to make that clear. I don't see it happening.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Good. As I was thinking about DeVone and this corner and just growing up as a son of this community, all I can say is rumble, young man.
That's right.
Rumble, young man, runs. And I want you to know, DeVone, and I'm speaking to everybody in the audience too, that as I grew up, we hear that catchphrase all the time, and we know the importance of Ali and what he means in this community. But what does that mean when you're a young boy growing up and watching people like DeVone that you want to emulate? And it means rumble as a husband. right?
That's right.
Rumble as a father. Rumble whatever corner, from the radio stations when we turn it on, to seeing you in church, seeing you matriculate, seeing the trajectory that you're going on. So I am excited and proud just to have a moment to give you your flowers while you're still here. This is well deserved. No one needs to, the record has already spoken for itself.
That's right.
Whether you have a sign, these things don't mean nothing in it. But what means something is how you have touched my life and our community's life, and what you've done as a husband, a father, a community member. You have poured yourself in. So thank you for sharing him with us. Thank you to your son for sharing your dad with us. And I look forward to seeing what you're going to do with the Ali Center, because guess what? Rumble, young man Rumble.
This is a special day for the west end of Louisville and Louisville at large, because oftentimes when we celebrate Black History Month, when we celebrate Juneteenth, when we think about our heroes, a lot of times we give flowers to people who can't smell them.
That's right.
And I'll never forget when my son first started talking, we would read Black History books, he would always say, I want to meet Martin. I want to meet Malcolm. I want to meet Muhammad. And I would have to say, I'm sorry, son, because they're not here anymore. But I think today we can all agree that our ancestors are here, alive and well, living on through the people who are still currently here, continuing their work.
Yes.
And I'm proud to know that we have someone in our community that we can still see, that we can still work with, that we can still sit down and talk with and share with and build with, who's helped hire so many people,
Yes.
who's helped inspire so many people. And we're here today to say thank you for what you have done, what you are doing, and what you aspire to do. A lot of people have this campaign going to make the West End its own city. And I'm not going to give my opinion about whether or not I support that. But I will say, if that ever happens, I know who I want to be my mayor of the
That's
West End. So on behalf of the Metro Council, we want to give you this proclamation and honor you for your work. And thank you so much for everything that you are doing for our community.
I'm going to start with a quote. Men and women all over the world come and go. Some leave nothing behind, not even their name. We're here to celebrate DeVone Holt Way and ensure his contribution to his hometown will be remembered. This is Nelson Mandela. He continues, others do leave something behind. Their task in life is one, that is to improve the living conditions of the people amongst whom they live. They are the men and women who want to put sunshine into others. And that is DeVone Holt. I can't think of a more fitting quote. I studied Nelson Mandela in college, and that's you, my friend. So I'm going to skip the part that I said inside. But I will repeat that one of the things that was special, we had a great team here. All the Goodwillers are here. You know, Rena, we got Barsha, we got Gary, we got some great Mark, John, we got great teams. Josh, who helped to build this building, he was the project manager.
It's a big deal, y'all. Come ahead. Come ahead.
And what we needed, though, is we need someone who, we had the great skills here, we have a great team, but someone to carry this message of belief in and to share this big vision with everyone. And they just said that. The other councilman just said that, councilwoman. And that it was amazing. The power of relationships is what you bring to, and the enthusiasm, the vision, you just inspired that in the hearts of others. And as I said inside, DeVone not only brought this location to Goodwill, as he did, he was like, let's go check out this manufacturing plant, Mark. And we did, but he brought Goodwill to this location and Goodwill to this community. And it doesn't matter if we don't make a difference, but I know we're going to make a difference here. And so this building is now the community's building. Director Emery Scott Lee, I think he's back inside for training. Let's give him a hand. He was on Great Day Live, he and Maurice. Is Maurice here? There he is. Let's give a hand for Maurice. You're going to feel the love and support when you walk in the door. Folks like Maurice, we have our Urban League volunteers and employees that are right here, get a cup of coffee, connect. We're busy. You saw it today if you come in. We had 20 partners on Tuesday. You can talk to SBA, talk to Legal Aid, talk to Goodwill. We're here to help. And I hope you come in and see us. Tuesdays is our busiest day, 10 to 2. It's partner day. Just come in and look. But we're here every single weekday. So I'm going to end with a quote. Incidentally, your hero, who also has a street sign named after him, Muhammad Ali. Impossible is potential. Possible is temporary. Impossible is nothing. If my mind can conceive it and my heart is my Boston accent, brother, can achieve it, then I can achieve it. Thank you, DeVone.
Isn't this a beautiful day?
Yes.
Like it's beautiful and it's beautiful all at the same time. And it's so special for me to see so many people here. The folks at Goodwill have heard me say this. They heard me say it for 5 years in a row, and it still remains true today. Every time I throw a party, I'm always nervous that nobody will show up. And you all showed up, so thank you. I do appreciate that. It means the world to me. Someone on social media said, I saw them responding to a post that asked, were you coming to the street reveal of DeVone Holt Way? And the lady responded in the comments, when did he die? Well, let me tell you, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. The rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. I am still here with a lot more work to do. And I'm glad to be here today with so many of you, the council members who contributed so much to what you see behind us. They were so gracious in providing resources to support something new, something transformational, something catalytic right here on the corner of 28th and Broadway. It took vision, it took courage, it took thinking out of the box for them to dig deep into their pockets and put resources on the table for something new to come to this community. So let's thank our Metro Council members for what they did in doing this work. We don't take that lightly. I also want to thank my Goodwill colleagues, my Goodwill family. I see Rena over there somewhere. Rena, Mark Holman. I see so many of the others. I see you back there, Mark Daniels. Good to see you, my friend. So many others who had so much to do with what you see behind me. I know and I hear so many people giving me accolades for what happened here. But these projects don't happen singular. They don't happen alone. There were so many people that had so much to do with this. Now, I had the biggest mouth of the group. And so because you have the big mouth, you get the spotlight. But to be true and to be clear and be very honest and direct, this was a team effort that I'm proud to say I was a part of. I've been working since 1995. When I started building my 401k, Dr. Cosby. 1995. And this, in all those years, is the greatest achievement in my professional career. What we see right here, not because of how big it is, not because of how much it cost and the work we had to do to secure the resources, but because of where it is and what it will do. Lives will be changed because of what happens in this building. And so I'm so thankful that I get to drive by this building every day, literally every day. You all look out the window, I drive by and wave at you all upstairs in the office. I drive by every day, and I'm thankful that even though I'm not here, there is a team of people with beautiful hearts, with caring hands and willing spirits to support the people in this community who are looking for a hand up and not a hand down. So thank you. Thank you very much. I'm thankful for my family behind me, that has been such so encouraging and supportive as I've committed myself to community work. That often means that I'm not home. That often means I'm running late. That often means I have to miss a birthday party or two. But I'm thankful for you all for understanding and knowing that I'm working to be good in the community. Thank you for that. I'm especially thankful to have my mother and my sister here. Wave your hands. My mother and my sister. And I know my mother looks like my sister. Don't make her head any bigger than it already is. But my mother raised my sister and I in West Louisville. We spent probably the most memorable, most impactful years of my life at 227 South 39th Street, where our landlord was Kevin W. Cosby.
All right.
And I was surrounded by love. I was surrounded by encouragement and inspiration, and I was destined to do this work. 39th and Broadway, 39th and Market, 46th and Market, but we also made a stop at 28th Street. So 28th Street is now about to be called DeVone Holt Way. And I can recall my mother falling on hard times.
It's all right.
I can recall my mother falling on hard times. And we had to move. And we moved in with family. My family. It was 11 of us in one house on 28th Street. And today is special to come back now to 28th Street and see my name. We're supposed to do this today. So let me say, I am thankful to be here in front of this Opportunity Center, and I recognize all the acknowledgments that come with this work, but I trust that this is not the only rationale for the recognition that I received today. I've been advocating for West Louisville for 20 years. For 20 years. I can tell you, when I started professionally advocating for West Louisville was when I started working at GLI, the Chamber of Commerce, as the West Louisville Economic Development Director in 2001. And let me tell you all something. At that time, I was a one-man show.
That's right.
I was a Pied Piper for West Louisville. And I would show up to places asking people to consider making investments in this community, and they would laugh at me. They would laugh. They would dismiss it as if to suggest that there was no value in this community. But I never gave up. And 20 years later, here we are. I had somebody say to me a few months ago how quickly they felt like all of this happened. I said, well, if you consider an overnight success 20 years, then I guess this is an overnight success. But this took a lot of years to build. GLI, 10 years as a radio show host, Saturday Morning Solutions, where every Saturday morning I got up with Gail Strange and Clay Calloway, and we talked about providing solutions to improve this community for 10 years, every Saturday morning. Kevin Cosby, we started the Leadership West Louisville Institute. Remember that, Doc? Well, once a month, we would invite leaders from around this community to come to talk about how we could improve conditions in West Louisville. I started an agency of my own called the Urban Insight Agency to encourage businesses to invest in this community. I was the president of the African American Business Alliance. We invested so much effort to improve this community, and it's beautiful now to see what's come to fruition. the Goodwill Opportunity Campus, the Norton Hospital that's going to open on November the 11th, and a number of other investments that will soon be announced in West Louisville. I'm convinced that if we come back to this corner in 3 years, this will look very different. And I think we'll all be proud in what we see.
Okay, talk a little bit about the man of the hour that we have here today and why this event is important.
DeVone is one of the most aspirational persons I've ever known. He's never been content with complacency and mediocrity, and his desire to improve our community is infectious. He has done something in our community that has no parallels, and the best is yet to come. Congratulations, my brother, you warrior, you, and may the Lord continue to bless you and take you to even greater, higher heights.
You know, when I met him at your church 20 years ago, he was already working in the community.
Yes, he was.
Talk a little bit about your personal involvement and working alongside him over those years.
Well, DeVone helped assist me and partnered with me in the development of St. Stephen Church. And one of the wonderful things about our relationship, the Bible says iron sharpens iron. And we were able to sharpen each other. He is a voracious reader. Because he reads so much, and of course, an outstanding writer, I was able to glean so many insights from him just out of his brilliance. And so he helped me, and we worked together at St. Stephen Baptist Church. And he is loved by his church, and loved by the community, and he has been a tremendous blessing to me as an individual. I would not be who I am, and our church would not be where it is if it were not for DeVone Holt.
Talk a little bit about the lasting impact of these facilities and the things that he's been able to implement in the community. Generations from now, what will be that lasting impact?
Well, the ultimate purpose of life, I believe, is to leave a legacy. And this institution is a legacy that will continue to serve future generations. But more importantly, it will serve the present generation in a community that is so desperately in need of love and attention. Quite often, when you get stigmatized, it's hard to shake away that stigma. People perceive you as less than or as the other community. So when it comes to community hierarchy, many people believe that the West is at the bottom of the community hierarchy. That is a myth, it's not true. And because of DeVone Holt and institutions that he has helped to plant and to build, we can say without apology that the wise men say in the hills that the best community is West Louisville.
Peace, I'm Councilman Jacorey Arthur, representing Louisville Metro Council District 4. We are really in the center of District 4's West End area, and we're here to honor the one and only DeVone Holt. It's important because a lot of times when we think about Black history, when we think about our Black heroes, we're giving flowers to people who can't smell them. So today we're honoring someone who's well and alive, someone we can still see and touch and feel and work with. And it's important that they get that inspiration from the community just as much as they have inspired the community since they've been on this earth. So I'm excited to honor him. I'm excited for kids and families to see that sign, to look him up in his work, for them to see this campus that has replaced really something that was here that wasn't really serving our community. And he's really responsible for bringing this campus to life. So I'm just excited that we're able to support him in his efforts, even just doing honorary street sign. I think that's significant to bring some pride to our area.
You know, as a servant of the community yourself, what has it been like to work alongside him personally for you, and what has been your experience with that?
Well, you have visionaries in life who often come up with ideas. Then you have people who actually take action on those ideas. He's both mixed into one. So he's able to see the vision, he's able to raise money for that vision, he's able to work with the people who are in the building, the workers, the working class folks, to bring everyone together to make something actually happen. To see this space come to life, to be built, but to also see people in it, using the space, taking classes in the space. It's really a dream come true. You know, growing up in this area, oftentimes, I didn't know until leaving the area that people look down on our neighborhoods. And he's been able to be someone that can instill hope in us and give us pride in where we come from. And to still live here and to be here and serve in this community is really special. So I consider him one of my heroes, and I'm excited that we get to honor him in this way. And I'm excited I still get to work with him at the Muhammad Ali Center, which is also in our district.
What will be the lasting impact, you think, of the things that he has been able to instill into this community, generations from now? What will be his lasting impact?
I think that a really important book for every Louisvillian to read, Black Louisvillians especially, is 2 Centuries of Black Louisville. And that book shows you who our heroes have been over the years, from Maddie Jones to Lyman T. Johnson to Mazik, to all sorts of different people who have played a role in making Louisville what it is today. I think DeVone is going to be a centerpiece to the new book, 3 Centuries of Black Louisville. And I'm excited to see his story told in there, and I'm excited for children, my children and their children, to be inspired by the work that he put in, and to know that if he did it, we can do it, and we should continue to still do it. We all stand on the shoulders of ancestors who put in work before us. I'm where I'm at today because of the ancestors who are no longer here, and because of the people who are still here and other generations who are still putting in that work to make our communities better. And he's definitely one of those people I stand on the shoulders of.